Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. It is Friday, May 3rd, about 9 o'clock in the morning. This is a continuation of the series where we go and discover some live EV bets. We place them, we talk strategy, where we're using Outlier, and we are tracking all of our bets through Picket. So I do apologize. The last time we came on was last Friday. So we just had a busy week here. I haven't been able to go on, but we do track all of our bets through Picket. So we are using a $500 bankroll. You can see we are slightly up on the week. We haven't been able to put too much volume down. You can see here we've only gotten 3 bets. On the month, we're up about 3%. On the year, we're up about 12, almost 13%. So we look at things separately. We look at EV game lines and team props, and then we look at player props separately. It's all tracked here. So we're up about 6% on the week, a little bit down on the month, and then on the year, we're up about 3%. This is we had some volatility around college basketball props. So without further ado, let's go into some bet discovery here. So for those that have watched this a couple times, we go through the discovery process at least 2 times. So the first time we are going to go looking for games and team props, like I mentioned. And the second time we're going to change our DVIG book and go through it to find player props. So we're going to leave our DVIG book defaulted to Pinnacle. DVIG method, we're going to keep as multiplicative. We could always switch it out to additive or power if we are looking at more long shots or underdogs. Kelly multiplier for games, we're going to keep it at a quarter Kelly. EV, we're looking for 3% or more. I might toggle this down a little bit later. I'm not going to touch the minimum Kelly because what I'm actually going to do is just sort by it. Same thing for VIG and no VIG odds. Bet types, we are going to look at games and team props. And leagues, I've started to test out Bet Online for MLB game and team props on their own. So let's look at NBA on its own. It's actually no volume just yet. I guess there's only 2 games until early in the morning. Let's look at MLB, and we're actually going to switch our DVIG book to Bet Online because I continue this test. We found a couple Reddit forums stating that Bet Online is sharp on game lines, and there's only 2 markets. So we're going to take both these and we're just going to mark them down. So let's add this. Let's clear my bet slip first of all from last night. And we are going to take the FanDuel line first, open in FanDuel. And we got it set to quarter Kelly. And if you recall, we have our nice little bankroll cheat sheet here. So 0.6% Kelly would be about $3. Again, you can see we're running with this $500 test. Your bankroll could be larger, could be smaller. Doesn't really matter. The outcomes are still going to be the same. Let's log in here. I saw that there was some syncing problems with FanDuel and Picket a little bit earlier, so hoping we don't have too much of an issue here with our location findings. All right, let's try this again. All right, there's our Kansas run line. Make sure the line didn't move. -1.5 is still plus 186. And we're going to put that down for $3 because if you recall, here's 0.61% Kelly and 0.65 is about $3. Of course, we're going to check odds. While we're doing that, we are going to take a look at this DraftKings one and get that down at the same time. It does look like plus 102. There's been some line movement. We might want to actually take this at FanDuel if you're looking at the plus 102 versus plus 101. So let's just take it over here. We are having some of these location issues here. So let's see what happens. Yep. Let us get that down. And then we're going to make sure that we got this alt line under 8.5 at plus 106. Is this the actual line? Under 8.5 plus 106 at 1%, Kelly. So if you're looking at our $500 bankroll, that's $5. I'm going to put that $5 bet down. Done. Now, let's go back to, first let's go and make sure we aren't duplicating these bets later on. So we're going to hide them in Outlier. Hide bet, hide bet. Now let's go to pick it. And I hope that it syncs over. So there's this issue here with FanDuel, you could see. So we'll give it like one try, and then we'll tag the bets if possible. All right, let's go back and find some other bets, and we'll try this again later. So we weren't able to find any other lines on Pinnacle. Let's go look at NHL and NBA. Maybe something showed up. Not where we are. Let's drop our thing down to 2.5%. Seems like a good line. Again, we usually target 3%, but we're also looking for volume. So let's add this to bet slip. And it is 0.52% Kelly. So we're going to look at, again, $3, part of our test. Yeah, FanDuel's acting wonky. It just keeps bringing me to that screen. Plus 136, $3. Just checking the odds. This could also be my home internet. I'm not going to blame it solely on FanDuel. All right, $3. All right, now let's go switch over to player props. We should be able to get some decent volume there. Just going to remember to hide this bet so I don't come back to it later. Clear. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to refresh the whole screen. And we're going to switch over. We're going to make our sharp book FanDuel for player props. And we're going to set our Kelly multiplier to 1/8. And we're going to go back up and bump our EV to 3%. There's going to be a ton of volume for this. I'm confident of it. Market types. So we're going to turn off game lines and team props and go to player props. And we're going to look at there's WNBA props. Not yet. Okay. So let's go. Here's where we're going to start to sort by Kelly, because everything is going to be a high EV. And we're actually going to look for no vig odds less than 200, because we're using the multiplicative method and it doesn't account for underdogs or long shots, as well as some of these other DVIG methods are. So let's go no vig odds less than, that's fine. And why not do this? I mean, technically, in the spirit of taking EV bets, you would take it no matter what, as long as it met your criteria. So I'm actually going to sort it down by Kelly percent, because this is really just figuring out the calculation based on how much you should wager based on EV percent and the odds. So let's do the Caesars ones first. And we're probably not going to take anything like less than, 0.5% Kelly. So I'm just scrolling down here. Let me make the screen a little bigger for some of these folks. I got to switch over. I got to refund an ESPN bet account. We just launched ESPN bet, by the way. Should be a ton more volume. That'll be the next video, promise. So let's switch over to Caesars, and we are going to add these both to our bet slips. There it is. And we're looking at 0.82% on the K prop, which would equate to about $4. And this 0.72 is also about $4. We're going to make our life easy. We're just going to put $4 on both of them. And after I log in here, I'm going to just kind of reiterate the relationship between recommended Kelly percent and the odds. So hopefully makes it clear for everyone. Cannot verify location. Of course you can't. Place bet. There we go. So I'm going to get these two in. Hide bet. So if we open up our odds for long shots here, so right now these are all in like the minus 110 to plus 150 range. When we switch it out here, so you're plus 300, the Kelly percent is actually your guide of the risk associated with the odds here. So this is still EV, of course, and you might only want to bet $1 or basically 1/4% of your bankroll because it's still plus 300. It doesn't mean that's any likelier to hit. It just means you're getting more value placing the bet on DraftKings. So let me put my odds back here and let's get some volume down at DraftKings. So let's down by Kelly again. So let's just start adding these to our slip. Making sure not to look for conflicting duplicate ones. Again, there's not really so much happening. Make sure we're still all on DraftKings. And let's just stop at this 0.5% Kelly. So we got 11 bets down. Pretty awesome. Maybe it's 9 bets. DraftKings. Let me clear this. Actually, I think I might have actually left that Caesars one on for a couple people. So we're going to go back, add all of these down to 0.5% Kelly. Okay. Fuck it. We'll take Derek Jones as well. Why not? Unless, yeah, this is good across the board. So we have all 10 bets down. Add them all to our bet slip. So DraftKings usually adds them to the bet slip in the order that you place them. So it's easy to go down the list and look at your Kelly percents and put your dollars in. So let me log in quick. Verify. Kidding me. Try that one more time. One. All right, so we got Kyrie over 20.5, Miles Turner, Nas Reed. Let's make sure it's just going down. It is going down the order. So that 0.72, it's about $4, and that gets us down to the 0.7 range. So let's do 4. Miles Turner's 4. Then Nas Reed is like 3. Basically, we're going to do 3 all the way down for all the 0.5. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. The bonus bet available. 3's day bonus. I'm going to use that later. All right, so we got all 10 bets down. And we are all good. So what I'm going to do because I'm going to come back to NBA later once hopefully we can get some volume on the game and team props. Hide. All right. And that's it. So I'm going to come back to you a little bit later throughout the day just to check in on stuff. But this is our EV bet discovery strategy. Obviously, we're always changing strategy. That's why we're using a test bankroll. I will post this in the Discord for anyone to check out. Obviously, these bets probably aren't going to be around to tail, but you should use the same strategy and feel free to toggle some of these filters across the board, and we'll come back next week and check how we did. Thank you, and catch you on the next one.